Access Justice Brooklyn is a progressive force providing pro bono legal services in the Brooklyn community. We do that by using our small staff and dedicated volunteers to provide free legal services to Brooklyn residents. Justice, whether that's legal, social, or financial, is not available to everyone, so we seek to expand that in whatever way we can.
Access Justice Brooklyn's pro bono model is to recruit, train, and supervise pro bono volunteers to provide legal services in the areas essential to life, such as housing, family stability, and subsistence income. We also have a very flexible model that allows us to train volunteers on new legal issues as they emerge. Non-lawyers can participate in Know Your Rights events, community outreach events, and also provide translation and interpretation and services for our clients.
DLA Piper has worked with Access Justice Brooklyn for a while, but it was very fortuitous for us that we have begun a relationship with them on 17A guardianships. Helping somebody with a 17A guardianship is transformative. It gives clients needed legal protections that otherwise they would not have. A 17A guardianship gives a family member, usually an adult, often a parent or a sibling, decision-making legal rights over a disabled child when they age out who is not able to make their own decisions. There are not a lot of organizations that provide that service. Access Justice Brooklyn does provide that service, and that resonates with our people.
They were trained on how to interview the allegedly incapacitated adult to determine whether or not guardianship is most appropriate. People with intellectual disabilities and developmental disabilities can sometimes make decisions on their own. And so we want to employ the least restrictive method so that they can get the assistance to move forward. And once everything was completed and submitted and filed, DLA Piper has the opportunity to stay on the case and appear in court and conduct the hearing with the families. 17A guardianships do promote family stabilization. They provide peace of mind. It will make you feel good for just being able to help a family navigate a very, very challenging legal system. I would encourage anyone to volunteer with Access Justice Brooklyn, and you'll find the 17A guardianship work in particular to be really valuable. DLA Piper thanks Access Justice Brooklyn for providing us the opportunity to help New York's needy families. We've done so much to increase our presence in the community by tabling at fairs, at school events, by attending tabling events sponsored by elected officials, Borough Hall, community education programs to seniors where we are able to meet our neighbors and give them greater access to legal services.
Access Justice Brooklyn has partnered with various elected officials in the Brooklyn community to meet a mutual goal of home retention for Brooklynites. For example, we have a partnership with Councilwoman Mercedes Narcisse. We go out to her office in Canarsie and we meet with homeowners. The workshop model is a unique path to meeting neighbors where they are because it's not just a program that provides information, but it helps them understand and address their individual problems. The Homeowners Assistance Program was founded in 2009 in response to the foreclosure crisis. It was primarily founded to assist homeowners retain their homes to ensure community stabilization. Recently, we've been dealing with a number of issues. Primarily, we're dealing with the fallout from the COVID-19 pandemic. A lot of our clients, they were unable to meet their monthly mortgage obligations and they fell further and further behind.
My name is Arturo. I live in the Philippines. I came to this country year 1974. Me and my wife buy this house. I work hard to this house.
This home is very priceless to me. This is where I was born. This is where me and my brothers grew up. I don't know what I would do without it.
Arturo retired in 2017, but he and his wife needed money to make repairs on the home. As a result, they took out a reverse mortgage in 2017, which would not require them to make a monthly mortgage payment. When the pandemic occurred in 2020, they fell behind on their taxes and insurance. As a result, the bank commenced a foreclosure action against the home.
But when they told me that my house could potentially be taken away, I was devastated. I didn't know what to do. We didn't have the funds for it. In my heart, I was crying. I didn't want to show them how upset I was at that time, and So I didn't know exactly what to do.
We decided that the best method of settling this case would be to obtain funds from the Equitable Reverse Mortgage Assistance Program, or IRMA. IRMA provides a 0% interest loan to senior homeowners with reverse mortgages that demonstrate the ability to pay their taxes and insurance. After a few months of diligent work, we obtained the loan for Arturo, and then we settled the foreclosure case with the bank's attorneys.
My heart was just back. Like, it wasn't pumping out of my chest anymore. I was just relieved. My family was relieved, and we could live normally. We can breathe. We didn't have to pack our bags up and try to find out where to go. I want to thank Access Justice Brooklyn for getting us out of foreclosure, being patient, providing free services, and helping our community out.
I want to thank Access Justice Brooklyn, doing good for me. I sleep good and I'm very happy.
Access Justice Brooklyn is focused on prioritizing advocacy, capacity, and holistic programming, using our existing programs to diversify and expand the scope of the services that we provide.
We envision a future where everybody has access to legal information and legal resources, and that everyone has an opportunity to get the legal services that they deserve.
But we can't do it alone.
Advocate.
Volunteer.
Make a gift.
Be the multiplier effect in action.